America is a nation.
Okay, this is a classic, and he's got his his puppet here, his little human shield. He's got her, he's got Kamala, of course, and he's got what's the other one? Karine Jean-Pierre. So he surrounded himself with these black women because they're literally acting as human shields. So you can't criticize them, you can't criticize him. Otherwise, of course, you will be deemed a misogynist and a racist. And of course, it goes without saying, if you were so in touch with the black woman struggle, why didn't you step down and let Kamala Harris do it? Why didn't you step down and let the other woman of color, Tulsi Gabbard, do it? You wouldn't do that for 1 second. But that's of course a bigger issue with whoever's behind the curtain here. But I like how he's got Ketanji and Karine Jean-Pierre and Kamala all in his circle as quite literal human shields from criticism.
That can be defined in a single word.
And that has nothing to do with what he's about to say now. I'm just letting you know.
I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping.
So during an event celebrating the first African-American woman confirmed to the Supreme Court, not to mention the first not to be able to define what a woman is,
Facts.
Biden decided to tell a story about President Xi Jinping of China.
And for the record, right, again, this always goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. This woman didn't know, or this person didn't know what a woman was until, I don't know, a couple months later when this Roe, Dobbs, whatever Supreme Court decision didn't go their way. And now it's all about a woman's right to choose. Even though 6 months ago, you literally could not tell us what a woman was. But now that ship has sailed. You toss these people out, that you toss them out the window, you toss them into the trash, and then you kind of fish them out back when you need them. Like, oh, it's like that old meme of the guy, digging through the trash, and he's like, me going back to read the directions on the frozen food that I'm about to cook or whatever. I butchered that joke. But the point is, they throw these people out when they don't need them. So when it's all about abortion, then we're not doing the transgender thing. Even though, some of them did try. They did say that men could get pregnant, but that didn't really float. That didn't really stick. That's a bridge too far, even for, the craziest people. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. But I guess the point here is when you need a woman, you say it's a woman's right to choose. And when you want to do the weird transgender thing, you say, I don't know what a woman is. That's what I'm trying to say.
Xi Jinping, traveling with him, we traveled 17,000 miles when I was vice president.
And look at her. She's trying to keep it together. She's like, this doesn't make any sense. She's playing ball. She knows it doesn't make sense, but she knows what she has to do to get that bag. You know what I mean? Like, she knows, like, this is weird, but it's all gonna be worth it. And I can just, and for the record, we all saw that graphic of how many words she said in her first 100 days or whatever it was. I forget the actual graphic, but she's clearly talking these people's ears bloody. And I don't know. I always ask myself, is it malice or incompetence? I think it's malice, but do they actually believe this stuff? Like, does she totally, really, in her heart of hearts, believe that she doesn't know what a woman is and maybe sometimes men could get pregnant? I don't know.
I don't know that for a fact.
So Biden claims that he actually traveled 17,000 miles with Xi Jinping, and then immediately says, I don't know that for a fact. Got it. But long story short, Biden has been making this false claim for years. The reality is that A, according to an extensive fact check by the Washington Post, Biden never actually traveled 17,000 miles with Xi Jinping. And B, according to my research, which includes photographic evidence and Biden's trip itinerary, which I featured previously in this video, Biden was never in the foothills of the Himalayas.
Yeah, dude, this guy does crazy research. Or I shouldn't say that crazy, but definitely more than myself and a great many people are willing to do. And he brings the receipts. So once again, shout out to Andrew of Don't Walk Run. Don't Walk Run, sorry.
With Xi Jinping. But he keeps saying that he was because Joe Biden is a pathological liar.
I was in the